reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today, man? And hey, we did not get an opportunity to have a victory Monday because we fell short. So from now until Sunday, we're prepping to have ourselves a damn victory Monday next week, man. So everything from here on out is going to be focused on the New York Giants. And listen, it's not a sexy matchup. I said this earlier today. It's not a sexy matchup. They're not playing for anything. They probably would rather lose this game than win it. No idea who their quarterback will be. Bunch of things to say about this particular matchup and how we're probably going to run away with this game. But we are not in a space where we can have any mishaps, slip-ups, or anything else. So every team will be taken seriously. Every team, we will look in depth at what they're doing. Every team, we're going to treat like they're an actual threat to the Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to talk about the New York Giants. We're going to talk about what we need to do in order to make our rematch with the Eagles worth something come December. We'll talk about all that. Listen, it was not initially part of the plan, but the Dallas Cowboys also made a signing. We'll talk about that. So we got a lot of stuff to go through in the liquor store, man. So get you a refreshment. Get you a refreshment. Get you a snack. Go ahead, get some dollars out your pocket to buy yourself your favorite bottle of liquor. We gonna have ourselves a good time in the liquor store tonight, man. But real quick, let me show y'all some love in the chat box, man. I see my boy Michael Nelson in the building, man. Salute to you. Thank you for coming in, showing love. Dornell Lamar was Gucci with you. And hey, Mr. Nelson, I do see you practicing manifestation with the 6 footballs, man. I see you. Bruce got the toxic juice, said the Vito, Danny DeVito, little brother, gonna be playing for the New York Giants when they play us, man. I see you. Jeffrey Smith, what's up with you, my guy? Miss Regina Green with the green, what's up with you? Jamie and Cal, what's Gucci with you, my boy? Lee Harrison, what's up with you? My guy Israel Madrid, what's up, my guy? They were tapping in and showing love. Desmond Ironman, aka Tony Stark. My brother 55 S.A. Richburg, what's up with you? Salute to all y'all good people coming in and showing love. Todd Cowboys, what's up with you? Michael Eitrick going crazy with the volcanoes, what's up with you, man? Salute to all y'all good people for sliding into the liquor store. And hey, y'all good folks know the usual store, man. First and foremost, on your way in, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button on the way into the liquor store. Because the more likes I get on these YouTube videos, the more likes I get on these Facebook videos, man, the more that these platforms will show us love, will push the content, will put it in front of more people to consume. So if you got love for your boy Henny, you want to see this platform grow, you want to see the channel do good, all you got to do is hit that like button, man. Hit that like button and it goes a long way in helping us grow over here, man. And then, yes, hey, like my boy Dornell said, he liked and shared. And listen, in the liquor store, we are practicing manifestation. Manifestation is being practiced in the liquor store. So if you drop 6 emojis, right, you're helping us manifest that 6th championship for the Dallas Cowboys. If you share the content 6 times, you're helping us manifest that 6th championship for the Dallas Cowboys. So share the content. You can share the 6 different Facebook groups, social media platforms, group chats, 6 different individual people, family members, friends, foes, pimps, hoes. It don't matter. You can share it to whoever you want to share it to, man. Just share the content 6 times. Do like Mr. Gina Greens. He dropped 6 championship trophies, 6 hearts, and 6 flames. I see you. Model for Christ. I am not worried about one game. The New York Giants get a W and get out healthy. Can we please get some work for Chuma at right tackle? Man, listen. If Chuma has to play right tackle, I don't know how to feel about life, man. But it's getting hectic with Terrence Steele. And we will touch on my boy Terrence Steele over the course of this podcast. But thank you for tapping in and showing love, Model for Christ. So yeah, share the content 6 times. And most importantly, man, I also need y'all to do this very, very important thing for me. I need you to slap the shit out of a Giants fan, man. And listen, they running, they hiding, they ducking for cover. They season just about over. They out here finna be in the stadium with plastic bags over their head. And everything else. They do not want to be associated with their team right now. They're trying to get to the draft. So, we should do them a favor and help them get there faster. But if you slap the shit out of a Giants fan, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got cow burritos, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Hennythemoor, and come get drunk in the liquor store. He said Cowboys need to have 20 points when they step off the plane. Man, listen. The Giants is not trying. Listen, the Giants is not trying to do nothing. Like it's a wrap. It's a wrap for the Giants, man. And to be honest with you, that's why it's been so hard to do content over the Giants. So let's start with the most pressing thing when it comes to the Giants. Oh, also, everybody that won in the raffle, I will have your stuff sent out within the next couple of days. I still need my boy DP Johnson to inbox me because you won the bobblehead. Mr. Richburg, I got your address, and Mr. Nelson, I have your address. So once I have your stuff ordered and shipped out, I'll give y'all the tracking numbers for it. But Mr. DP Johnson, I need you to inbox me so I can get your bobblehead sent. And I also need you to, just let me know what bobblehead you want. Because I wanted to throw that out there because we are moving on to the next raffle. Y'all voted. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put it up my community tab just so y'all can see what's going to be raffled off next. I'm pretty sure I know the result. All right, so we held a poll. And let's see what y'all voted on. I'm screen share this one. It said, be humble. I gave up on being humble a long time ago, my guy. Because if you're humble, they talk shit. If you're loud with it, they talk shit. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they're going to talk crazy about us regardless. Right? And listen, as long as the actual Dallas Cowboys are humble, we don't have to be humble. We don't line up and play. We just write the checks for our team to cash. And if we're a good enough team, they'll cash them anyway. If we're a bad team, they'll lose anyway, regardless of what the hell we say. So, especially with all the folks be talking crazy to us, like I just can't do it no more. Like I choose violence every time it comes down to these rivalries. Like, listen, I choose violence when it comes down to these rivalries. So listen, I can't just let you get off on me and not say nothing. I'm gonna talk shit. But in regards to the poll, I put this poll up 11 hours ago. Now, only 25 of y'all voted. There's 1,500 of y'all in the liquor store. I'm very disappointed in this class participation. But as it stands right now, what we will be raffling off in time for the game will be the Cowboy versus Lion ticket. So we will give away a ticket for the Cowboys versus the Lions. It's going to be Sunday Night Football. Might be one of the most important games of the season, depending on how everything else falls. So I will send one of y'all to this game, and that's what we will raffle off this month in the liquor store. So we'll run this from now until I guess at the beginning of December. So we will be giving away a ticket for the Cowboys versus Lions. So if you donate $5 to the Cash App or the Super Chat, that will be what you enter for this month. So now that's out the way. What's up with you, 434? JC Cowboy, what's up with you? Said some crazy port fans still blame Dak. Listen, there are people that blame Dak Prescott for world hunger, for war, everything else. So listen. So I expect for them, even in a game where he played good, for them to still criticize him. Like I'm beyond, I'm above it now. I don't care, because they can open their mouth and tell us they don't know football all they want. Because anybody that blamed Dak Prescott for that loss does not know football. They don't know football. And that's okay. Like, not everybody can have the same level of understanding of the game. Not everybody can have the same football knowledge. Not everybody is tuned in to X's and O's and film study. And not everybody know play progression. Not everybody understand protection. Not everybody understand, defensive coverages and weaknesses in them. So not everybody's going to have the same understanding of football. So when people just go straight to blame the quarterback, Like I already understand that they're on a kindergarten level when it comes to football, and that's fine. Not everybody can be advanced with that shit, and that's fine. What's up with you, Bobby Budget? How you living, my boy? Choctaw, what's up with you, man? What's Gucci with y'all folks, man? Thank y'all for tapping in and showing love, man. So let's start with the first order of business. We'll get to the Giants. We'll talk some numbers on the Giants and pull some stuff up. But the Dallas Cowboys made a move, man. Like they did not trade for nobody at the trade deadline. They didn't do a lot of the things that we wanted them to do, but they did bring in a veteran wide receiver. And this is actually very surprising. So they brought in my boy Martavis Bryant. Now Martavis Bryant is 6'4", and when he first came into the NFL, he ran a 4.4. Does he still run a 4.4? Is it more of a 4.5 at this point? I do not know. I don't know. But he was a guy that had some good moments with the Pittsburgh Steelers playing with Ben Roethlisberger. He was a guy who went out there and made some plays for him. He was never this 1,000-yard receiver or nothing, but one of his best years, he had 8 touchdowns. Another year, he had like 800 yards. So he's not a bad wide receiver. And to my boy Bruce's point, the last wide receiver we got from the XFL was Kevontae Turpin, and Kevontae Turpin has been one of the better players on our team. So I'm not gonna poo-poo on this. Now, granted, they signed him to the practice squad. Will he be able to get in and make plays for the Dallas Cowboys? I don't know. But what I will say is a low risk, high reward signing. He said, funny thing is, Cooks happens to be a veteran wide receiver. Yeah, he's a veteran wide receiver. They need to use him more. And I think that's the only thing wrong with Brandon Cooks. They just haven't used him. They just haven't used that man. Yeah, Bryant, I don't know what he still runs right now, but when he came in, he was 6'4" and ran a 4.4. So he has speed, and what's most importantly, he had speed and a big catch radius, and he had length. So he was a 4.4 guy. He wasn't no 4.2 run past you Tyreek Hill guy, but his combination of size and speed made him a very nice target down the field. But he's not no Waddle or Tyreek Hill. Because you also got to remember, like, what's fast in the NFL? What's fast in the NFL from when he came in is different than it is now. Because you look around the league, man, there's like 10 different dudes that run 4.3s and sub 4.3s and all this other shit. Like, there's a bunch of 4.3 guys in the NFL now. He said Brian is a Jane Washington replacement. Hey, I'm drinking on coffee right now, and I'm preparing to smoke on this Giants pack once Dak Prescott and then bring it through. But the Cowboys the plug with the packs. They got to put them boys in the blunt. Yeah, hey, the man's 6'4" with a great catch radius. Now, do I think that he's the same player that he was 5 years ago because he ain't played in the NFL since 2018? I don't believe that. But they saw something in him to give him an opportunity to play. Hey, one other thing, man. He said, you better smoke some crack. Don't you, Trey, don't you go out like that. Don't you go out like that, boy. Don't you go out like that. We're gonna rebuke that shit. But this is something I do want to touch on. This is according to Jordan Schultz. He said the Cowboys were in the market for another receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. I want to touch on that first part. Because notice they did not say to complement CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup and Brandon Cooks. Like, I don't think they're happy with the play of Michael Gallup. Now, granted, I would have just picked up offensive linemen like DJ Fluker's out there. Like, DJ Fluker had looked good this offseason training, trying to get back into the NFL. If you're willing to give Martavis Bryant, who's 31, an opportunity, you should be willing to give DJ Fluker, who's only 32, You was not West Coast Cowboy, my boy. Hold on. It said JoJo, TJ, and Kyron. That might really be you, man. I don't know. I'm finna text where see this really you, man. I can't just be saying you my cousin and shit. I don't know, man. You know, folks be trying to steal my nigga identity all the time. So I don't know if you a clone or not. But if you is Wes, what's up with you, man? Yeah, put the rock down though. Yeah, put the rock down, man. Okay. You're on your kids' page. Okay, I'm about to say, man. Hey, listen. You know I be getting friend requests from West Coast Cowboys and shit. You know I gotta be on point, man. You got like 1,000 fake pages out here, man. So hey, but salute to my brother West Coast in the building, man. Hey, salute to the big brother West Coast in the building, man. I can't be letting folks play with your name out here. I had to ask. The actual question to prove it. I believe you because I don't think nobody know all your kids' names. I don't think nobody know all your kids' names. They said I'd rather sign Dez. Dez living his best life. Dez ain't trying to come back to the NFL right now, man. Because I think Dez done had a bunch of opportunities to come back into the NFL. Just ain't took them. You know what I mean? Like they ain't trying. Like if Dez wanted to be in the NFL, he would have been in the NFL already. So you know, I think Dez is moving on to that mogul stage of his career. You know, he's already been a high profile athlete. You see him doing the personal corner stuff, and then he ain't got to get hit and make money, man. That man's into crypto and brand building now. So you know, but yeah, I definitely would have brought in. So who losing a spot for Bryant? Okay, yeah, now that's my boy. I know that's for a fact that's West now. But yeah, man, he just on the practice squad. We had an open practice squad spot, so he was able to just slide on in. But what I did want to say about that though, man, I don't think they're happy with Michael Gallup, dog. Like, I think this is a sort of knee jerk because what I would have did was just giving Jalen Tolbert and Cavante Turpin more opportunities, throw the ball to Brandon Cooks more, who's being underutilized. Like, I would have brought in another offensive lineman. Like I said, like DJ Fluker, I know he hasn't been great, but you know, like if you put him at guard beside some of these people, or if you have him as a rotational right tackle, as a swing for you or something, like I think he could pay dividends because he had first round pedigree, had size and athleticism, just didn't really pan out where he was. And listen, said we need a center and a right tackle. We'll need a center next year because I don't see the Dallas Cowboys re-signing Tyler. But you know, I don't think Tyler Biotis has been so bad where you can't win games with him. Like, you know, like I think he's a serviceable starting center in the NFL, but I don't think that he's this next level Jason Kelce kind of player. Like, he's good enough to start and good enough to play for you and good enough for you to win games with. I mean, listen, there really is no rhyme or reason for why you brought in Martavis Bryant. He was just a luxury. Because right now, your passing offense is fine. Right? Maybe you want more from your other wide receivers, but CeeDee Lamb is only like a game away from having 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, CeeDee Lamb is playing exceptional. Jalen Tolbert just had a very good game. Jake Ferguson, as a pass catching target, just had a good game. When you actually throw the ball to Brandon Cooks, he makes plays for you. Like, the only guy that you're having real issues with in the passing game is Michael Gallup. And you can mitigate that just by giving all his targets to somebody else. Instead of throwing Michael Gallup the ball 10 times, you give Jalen Tolbert 6 targets, and you give Cavante Turpin like 4 targets, or however you want to split that shit up. So I didn't really see the need to go out there and sign another wide receiver. But, you know, it is what it is. And listen, they spent a top 100 pick. Let me pull this down. I'll come back to this in just a second. They spent a top 100 pick on a wide receiver when they brought in Jalen Tolbert, and that didn't even light a fire under Michael Gallup. There's really no lighting a fire under Michael Gallup. This man is, listen, I came into this season saying that Michael Gallup will be playing for his job because he is the Dallas Cowboys' highest paid wide receiver, and he was not going to be your most productive wide receiver regardless. So there was no way that you could justify him making the money he makes. Like, the only way I could have seen Michael Gallup staying in Dallas was having a phenomenal season. Right, having a phenomenal season. He is nowhere close to living up to his contract, and the Dallas Cowboys can get out from underneath his contract next year. So it's the writing's already on the wall for Michael Gallup. Like, Michael Gallup is already on the way out from Dallas. Like, he's already on the way out from Dallas. No. That's part of the reason that's part of the reason why you picked up a Jalen Tolbert. That's part of the reason why, that's part of the reason why you got his contract structured the way that it's structured. Because you can get out from that contract next year. So the writing's on the wall for Michael Gallup. You brought in Brandon Cooks, right? Because you paid Michael Gallup good money, and you still had to go out there and trade for a wide receiver because he wasn't living up to his contract. You still weren't comfortable with Michael Gallup, so you went and spent a top 100 pick on a wide receiver in Jalen Tolbert. So, like, the Dallas Cowboys have shown you time and time and time again, they're not happy with Michael Gallup. Like, the next thing, the only other thing they can do to show y'all that they through with Michael Gallup is get rid of him. Because they traded for Brandon Cooks. They felt he wasn't a true number 2 wide receiver. They drafted Jalen Tolbert. They done made all these moves at wide receiver. Brought in Martavis Bryant. What else can they do to show y'all that they don't trust this man like that? What else can they do to show you that they're not really sold on Michael Gallup at this point? I mean, and listen, that is part of it. The Dallas Cowboys rushed everybody back. So yes, do I believe that Michael Gallup got rushed back last year? Of course. But I can't help that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel sorry for Michael Gallup because they put him in a messed up predicament. They put that man in a messed up predicament. Because they're the ones that signed Michael Gallup while he was hurt, and then they rushed him back early. And then, but I also want to throw something out there about Trey Fargo. Michael Gallup ain't been good in 2 years. In order for somebody to trade for you, you have to have trade value. Michael Gallup has been injured and underperforming the last 2 seasons. Injured and underperforming for the last 2 seasons. Who was going to trade for Michael Gallup and give up a draft pick when you could get a young, uninjured wide receiver in the draft? It doesn't even matter if it was a 5th round pick. Like, there was good people. Like, there was the boy Mims went in the 5th round. He's a damn good wide receiver prospect I was looking at. So, like, you don't have trade value for Michael Gallup. The only thing you can do is wait to cut the man. And shit, even the Texans got good wide receivers now. So they went out there, they got Noah Brown. I'm not saying that Noah Brown is good, but West trade him. Hey, listen, what you should have did with Michael Gallup was never re-sign him while he was hurt. Like, you should have just kept Amari Cooper, restructured Amari Cooper's deal, and let Michael Gallup walk. Because Michael Gallup, man, listen, hey, I'm just saying, they went out there and they got that boy, Tank Dell. They went out there, they got Nico Collins. Like, shit, at this point, man, Noah Brown has been more productive than Michael Gallup has. I hate to say that shit, but Because listen, even last year, Noah Brown was a better wide receiver than Michael Gallup. Noah Brown was your second best wide receiver last year, and Michael Gallup was on the team. Noah Brown was your second best wide receiver last year. That man had 500 yards and a couple touchdowns. Like, Michael Gallup has not been good, dog. Michael Gallup has not played well at all these last couple of years. It's crazy hearing that shit. Like Noah Brown is a better wide receiver right now, but he been more productive. And y'all know I don't think much of Noah Brown. So that tells you how bad that Michael Gallup has been playing. And we put that stuff into perspective. And I'm not on here to shit on anybody. I'm just saying the truth right now. Michael Gallup ain't been good. What's up, Miss Hudson? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Nah, he don't want that, man. Hey, he made sure to go get Semi. He said send Gallup to the Eagles. Hey, man. But listen. I really thought that having another year removed from that injury would make him, he would be back closer to who he was. Like the Michael Gallup that we all liked and fell in love with, I don't know if he coming back, dog. Because we ain't seen him in a long time. Like the 800-yard, 1,000-yard Michael Gallup, we ain't seen that man in years. So I don't know if that can come back. I don't know if that can come back. But I just wanted to touch on that. I'll get back through this because the reason we got on Michael Gallup because we were talking about them bringing Martavis Bryant in. Like there's nothing like Martavis Bryant even being signed. This man ain't played in the NFL in 5 years, but you were that desperate for wide receiver depth that you brought him in. Now he may never get on the field because at the end of the day, Michael Gallup is still. At the end of the day, Michael Gallup is still your highest paid wide receiver. The Dallas Cowboys are still going to go out there and put that man on the field. Granted, they've reduced the snaps a little bit. But yeah, I still expect Michael Gallup to play. Like shit's gonna have to go off the rails completely for Michael Gallup before Martavis Bryant comes in. And even then, it had to be an injury. Because Jalen Tolbert deserves more playing time. Turpin deserves more playing time. And Brandon Cooks deserves more targets. Hey, what's up, El Professor? Thank you for tapping in and showing love, my guy. He said, I think Martavis Bryant gonna be on special teams. Yeah. Hey, that wouldn't be a bad usage for him either, too, though. Right? Because listen, for some reason the Dallas Cowboys don't want to use Deuce Vaughn for special teams. So, hey, if you think that Martavis Bryant can be a special team guy, maybe even bring a punt back or a kick return back, shit, use him. Because, hey, if Martavis Bryant takes over some of these return duties, you could have Kevontae Turpin playing on offense more. And Kevontae Turpin got 3 touchdowns. He got the same amount of total touchdowns as CeeDee Lamb does. Said richest wide receiver 6 in league history. That he might be. Hey, hard hitter, I agree. You need another running back. You need another offensive lineman. Now, I don't know who you cut. I actually do know who you cut. But yeah, man. He said, not only, hey, it's my boy Landlord, man. What's up with you, man? Salute to the Trap House in here, man. He said, not only did we not make a trade deadline move, we are depending on players that came off of injuries. It's killing us right now. That's usually how it works, though, man. The Dallas Cowboys, and listen, we're part of the problem because we used to champion them doing that shit. Because they usually hit on these guys that have the injury histories and stuff like that. Like Malik Hooker was a reclamation project who couldn't stay healthy before, and he stayed healthy and he been playing good football for us. Same thing with Randall Cobb. So the Dallas Cowboys are not skittish about injured players, right? They always feel that they can keep these guys healthy and get them back up to par and everything else. It has not worked out like that recently. Like recently, it has not worked out like that at all. Like Tony Pollard has not been Tony Pollarding recently. He has not looked like the same guy that he was before the injury. Terrence Steele, who we'll touch on, because listen, his level of play is going to be important for us the next however many games we play. Like it's going to be super important for us moving forward. He has not played the same since he came back from injury. we just go down the line of even my boy Malik Hooker, and I know Malik Hooker, dog. Malik Hooker, dog. Nah, not a fact. That's not who I was thinking about. Donovan Wilson. Even my boy Donovan Wilson, and I know Donovan, dog. He ain't played like he was before, man. He ain't played like he was playing last year to this point. So, man, it takes time, but at the same time, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys rush people back from injuries, and they don't really have an alternative plan if those guys don't pan out, right off bat. You know what I mean? Because we're expecting guys to come back and play better than they used to right off of injury, and it ain't been working out like that, kinfolk. Said Claypool in Miami. Yeah, man, it's been wild out here, man. But hey, before we continue, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way into the liquor store. All right, so we're gonna take a light break. I'm gonna see y'all doing me right real quick, man. Hold on, let me see. All right. Hey, shout out to my boy El Professor for the $10 super. He said much love, Henny. I appreciate you. And El Professor, that got you 2 raffle entries, right? If y'all did not know, I ain't made no graphic for it yet, but we will be raffling off a ticket to the Dallas Cowboys versus Detroit Lions game on December the 30th. So we'll be raffling off tickets for the Dallas Cowboys versus the Detroit Lions game. It'll probably be one of the most important games of the season. So if you want an opportunity to win a ticket for that game, hit the Cash App or the Super Chat. $5 per raffle entry. We'll run it till December. The game is on December the 30th. So if you want to enter for a chance to win, just hit the Super Chats or the Super Stickers or the Cash App. And yeah, El Professor is the GOAT, man. He is the GOAT. He said, why are y'all hating on the players when you need to hold the coaches accountable? We're not hating on the players. We're just strictly saying they're not playing well right now. They're not playing well right now. And listen, the coaches can do things. And listen, I harped on that myself. Like, I've been critical of Terrence Steele, but at the same time, Mike McCarthy, you are not a civilian, a bystander, a passerby. You can influence the game. If you see your players struggling, you can make adjustments. You can give guys more help. You can scheme guys into the offense. And that is one thing. Like, Mike McCarthy, you're the play call. If Terrence Steele is getting his ass whooped, then you can be the guy to tell your offensive line coach or tell the offensive coordinator, hey, whatever play we're dialing up, chip to his side, give us more help. If Brandon Cooks is not involved in the offense, then hey, landlord, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that I refuse to believe that he got his ass whooped the entire game with help. Because listen, if he got beat that many times and he had help, then that is a benchable offense. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, I haven't went and looked at the All-22 myself. I know you got proof, but listen, I'm from Arkansas, but I'm still from the Showman State. I gotta go look at that shit. Because, man, if this man got whooped like that all game, he had help, then shit. He said you can't help all game. And listen, landlord, I'm gonna go even further. They pass blocked over 40 times, right? So would he have been better if we actually had a run game? If we were able to run the ball 30 times and play to his strength, and he only had to pass block a handful of times, would that have mitigated some of the time he got his ass whooped out there? Right? And it's like a snowball effect. You can't run the football efficiently. You got the pass to get back into the game. He's not a great pass blocker as it is, and he got to go out there and pass block more than he should be. So, stuff like that snowfalls. It's a trickle-down effect. So listen, you threw the ball damn near 50 times. You really threw the ball. You really had more than 50 passing sets because you had the penalties. You had the penalties where plays didn't happen and shit like that. Said Jay Rakuda said the doctor said he can play. Well, listen, just because you're medically clear does not mean that you're back to being the same player that you was. You know what I mean? Like the doctor told me after I came back from tearing my ACL, you know, I can go back to regular activity. I wasn't the same dude out there at the park hooping. And I say, you don't move the same. Like, hell, my knees, to this day, my knees still don't feel the same since I tore my ACLs. I really don't know how dudes come back and play at a high level after that shit, to be honest with you. Mike DC4L, what's up with you, man? How you living? He said, rents due, pay your landlord. Hey, man. Facts on top of facts, man. He said 13 sacks in 3 games, no good. Now, he didn't give up 13 sacks. He's only given up 6 sacks for the season. He's only given up 6 sacks on the entirety of the season. So really, a lion's share of the sacks he's given up for this year came last game. Right? He got did bad in the 49ers game. He didn't play well this last game. And then, you know, he was a little shaky here and there over the course of the season. But, you know, it be like those one super bad performances that really throw you off. You know what I mean? And yeah, Mr. Virginia Green, I agree with you. At this point, from what you're getting from your run game, you might as well have kept Zeke. Because listen, whether we believe Tony Pollard is running back 1 or not, that's neither here nor there. But, you know, I know for a fact Ezekiel Elliott is having a better season than Rico Dowdle is, right? And Rico Dowdle's our second running back. So even if you don't think that Ezekiel Elliott is better than Tony Pollard, he's playing better than he's having a better season than Rico Dowdle, right? Whether you believe, and that's another thing too, because it's not about, and that's the other thing I want to get at, Mr. Lamar. And I know, before you say anything, Trey, I know he left. I know he left on his own fruition. You know, he went and took that money elsewhere. That was his stuff. But, and listen, hey, Trey, nobody gets touches. Tony Pollard only got 12 touches last game. So what are we talking about? They don't run the ball efficiently. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Because hey, Ezekiel Elliott ain't running back number 1 where he's at. He said, you think TP needs some glasses? TP need life. All right, let me text my beautiful wife real quick. I'll make sure to have. So if Zeke was here, he wouldn't get touches either. If Zeke was here, I don't know if they go through the same offense the same way. But you also got to remember something, Trey. We all believe that there are some politics played in the Dallas Cowboys. Because Michael Gallup got 10 targets because he's your highest paid wide receiver. Michael Gallup is still getting snaps despite the fact he's playing bad because he's your highest paid wide receiver. If Ezekiel Elliott was here, you would still be selling Ezekiel Elliott jerseys and getting money off that man. So you would still be giving him the ball. It'd probably be just like last year. He'll probably get 12 carries and Tony Pollard probably get 12 carries. But you know, so I think he would get more touches than Rico just because he's Ezekiel Elliott. He would, and you know he would. When you think about how politics play into the Dallas Cowboys, Zeke would get 12 carries, Tony Pollard would get 12 carries, but I also believe with Zeke getting 12 carries that the 12 carries for Tony Pollard would be better because they wouldn't be trying to run Tony Pollard in the damn A gap. They give Tony Pollard the Tony Pollard carries that they used to give him. So I think it still would help us out at the end of the day. And crazy enough, I think Ezekiel Elliott would help Terrence Steele ass out because Ezekiel Elliott is a great pass blocker. So if you need somebody to help Terrence Steele, you could throw Ezekiel Elliott's ass out there on his side to help him pass block. Because I'm not saying that TP can't, but I just know that Ezekiel Elliott is a better pass blocker than him. And listen, hindsight is 2020. When we were talking about moving on from Ezekiel Elliott, it was right before the draft. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had the opportunity in one of the best running back drafts in years to get a suitable replacement for Ezekiel Elliott. Right? Because we were talking about all these different guys. Like, A-Chain was in this draft. Eric Gray was in this draft. Charbonnet was in this draft. Man, there was a shit ton of running backs in the draft this year, and we took Deuce Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? We took a minuscule running back when we had one of the deepest running back drafts in the NFL in the last decade. Like, honestly, yeah. But John Robinson, Gibbs. I know they were off the board. You know, I was just naming guys that were still there. I said A-Chain. So, you know, like, there was a bunch of dudes that you could have took in this year's draft that could have been a suitable replacement for Ezekiel Elliott, right? But they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it completely changed the way I feel about it now. Because, you know, hindsight is 2020. Knowing what they did in free agency and knowing what they did in the draft, you might as well have kept Zeke. Let's just keep it real. We might as well have kept Zeke. Hey, listen. I admit that I was happy to see that man do that shit. I call that man Black Jesus during that preseason game. I was so hyped. that man out there bitch dancing. But hey, it is what it is. I would never apologize for being wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, you know, I'm never gonna act like I never said it. And that's why y'all love the boy Henny, man. I ain't ever gonna act like I never said it. Hey, shout out to my boy El Professor for the other 10-piece, man. He said, I'm not taking the Giants lightly, but this week is basically a bye week, so we have time to figure this wide receiver stuff out. Man, listen, I'm using this game to try some shit. Like, I'm using this game to try some stuff. Cause listen, hey, but Trey, that is true. He has been little all his life. He made it to the NFL being little, and we seen some little ass running backs have some decent success. I didn't know that he was gonna go out there and look that bad when you actually call this number. Cause listen, we can only project stuff when we don't see dudes. You projected his height and his physical limitations, and we've tried to project his collegiate success and what he did in the preseason. So before a guy actually plays in the NFL, it's all about projection. And, you know, either you project certain things, you get it right, or you project other things, and, you know. But hey, up to this point, you have been completely right about Deuce Vaughn. You have been completely right about Deuce Vaughn up to this point. My boy said Deuce came up short. Y'all is too damn nefarious in this chat box to be acting like this, man. He said the stats sucked for Bryant coming out of XFL. Yeah. I said Overshawn was smoking his little leg ass in college, or Overshawn is undersized. I like Overshawn though. I ain't gonna hold you. The issue with Overshawn is just like everybody else now though. Will the Dallas Cowboys rush him back from injury? Will the Dallas Cowboys let him take as much time as he needs to come back fully healthy? Because I don't expect Overshawn to be the same player that we saw glimpses of in preseason, coming off of this injury. Because nobody else that I've looked at has been, has been the same coming back off of injury. I haven't seen it. What's up with you, Paul? How you living, man? He said, how much time is that? He only had 194 yards in 10 games. He didn't, and he can't separate no more, catch anymore, Henny. Well, shit. Man, hold up. I'm sick of y'all, man. We're gonna stop the whole show and pray, cause y'all is not shit. Y'all ain't shit. But that's sort of why I love y'all. He said we nefarious. Y'all super nefarious, man. Y'all is super nefarious. Hey, Paul, how you living, man? They were tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, man. So salute to y'all good people, man. All right, but let's continue on though, man, because we spent a bunch of time talking about Martavius Bryant when you got that boy CeeDee Lamb out there looking like Dez Bryant, man. I'm gonna big up my wide receiver before we talk about the Giants. Now listen, there's not really much to talk about with the Giants. That's why this show has been like a couple words about the Giants. We've been on almost 50 minutes. So, you know, I'm not even gonna hold you. It's gonna be very cut and dry with the Giants stuff. But I do want to take some time out and show some love to one Cedarian Lamb. Because, man, this man is going crazy. So, of course, Tyreek Hill leads the NFL in receiving yards with 1,076. A.J. Brown right behind him with 1,005. Stephon Diggs, 834. Pookie Nakua. Cause F that man is balling. Like he got that dog in him. His name from now on is Pookie Nakua. Pookie Nakua, 827 yards. And then CeeDee Lamb, 824. And shout out to my brother Landlord, man. He had the campaign going. He had the campaign going stupid. Talk about spam Lamb. And since they've been spamming Lamb, dog, our offense is completely different. Dak Prescott is completely different. These last couple of games, look at these games, man. And facts, bro. CeeDee Lamb would have had a 200-yard game if he didn't have that one drop pass. But man, think about how Dak Prescott has played. We all know that there's a big drop off, and I love Brandon Cooks, but there is a drop off. There is a drop off in between him and Cedarian Lamb, as there should be, because CeeDee Lamb is an All-Pro wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb is on pace to set the Dallas Cowboys franchise record for receiving yards in the season. He is on pace to break Michael Irvin's record and go over 1,600 yards, dog. CeeDee Lamb is going crazy. So when my brother Landlord says spam Lamb, damn it, you spam Lamb. And listen, do you remember? I got something to show y'all. Because they have been spamming Lamb. Because I want to show y'all something. Do y'all remember we went through that big-ass list of wide receivers that had more targets than CeeDee Lamb? Do y'all remember we went through that big-ass list of all the wide receivers that had more targets than CeeDee Lamb did? Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Because, man, listen, there were like 30 people that had more targets than CeeDee Lamb at one point. Look at this. Look how much they've been targeting CeeDee Lamb, man. Look how much they've been targeting CeeDee Lamb, man. It went from there being like 30 people. Hold on. Let me make sure this is from. Yeah, this is 2023. Okay, see, that shit crazy. There were like 30 people that had more targets than CeeDee Lamb. Now, CeeDee Lamb is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. CeeDee Lamb is now 9th in targets. CeeDee Lamb is 9th in targets. Do you know why? Because CeeDee Lamb got 37 targets in his last 3 games. That's spamming Lamb. He got 30 targets in his last 2 games. That's spamming Lamb. This man went from having 30 folks ahead of him in targets to being in the top 10 in targets, man. This man got 72 targets. This man got 72 targets, man. 72 damn targets on the season. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is, man, spam Lamb, man. They overcomplicate shit, man. If you throw the ball to your best player a lot, they're going to make a bunch of plays. And you're going to have a good offense. Because Dak Prescott is playing his way into the Pro Bowl, the All-Pro conversation these last couple of games just because he's feeding CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott look like a top 5 quarterback just because he's throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb more. Ain't that some shit? So, yeah, man, I just had to show CeeDee Lamb some love. And remember, I'm going to be fair. Hey, Trey, we gonna do that next. Fine Ferg. I don't mind that, because right now your two most productive players on offense in terms of pass catchers is CeeDee Lamb 1 and Jake Ferguson 2. Jake Ferguson 2. So hey, we gonna do Fine Ferg. Hey, I want everybody to put that pound Fine Ferg in the chat box right now. We gonna Fine Ferg. If Spam Lamb works, we gonna find Ferg next, man. Hey, maybe they listen, man. Maybe they listen. But let's tie this in back to the New York Giants, right? We're talking about spamming Lamb. Spamming Lamb. Well, he said, Henny, what's going on with Deuce Vaughn? He wasn't even suited up past game. I think that they're trying to win games, man. They're not trying to let him grow into any kind of role right now. You know what I mean? Like, they gave him limited snaps. They didn't like it. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is at this point, man. Hey, Regina Green, that's going to be the next one. Look for Cooks. So, hey, let's do that in the chat box. We're going to find Ferg and look for Cook. All right, so we're going to do find Ferg and look for Cooks in the chat box. Because, hey, you need to have you need to have a three-headed monster in the passing game. Hey, without question, I think we all can say that those are your three best offensive players. I think without question, those are your three best offensive players. And then, you know, you probably could say Terp and then Tolbert after that. He said, it's crazy. I was just typing. A Cook's campaign. Hey, man, it be like that sometime. Man. Yeah, Mike, we need to smell with cooking. But let's tie this back into the Giants. We might as well, because we want to continue to target CeeDee Lamb. We want to spam Lamb. We want to find Ferg. We want to, like my boy said, he want to order up Cooks. Like, let's see what the Giants passing defense looking like. All right, let's see what the Giants passing defense looking like. I know they probably look like barbecue chicken, because if I'm not mistaken, they still got the two rookies starting. They still got what was the boy name? Used to play at USC, Adoree Jackson. He said, "Sell still." Hey, man. Hey. At this point in time, I don't really know what more you can do for Terrence Steele. I don't know what you can do for Terrence Steele. Remember, but I am gonna say this though before we continue on, because I'm finna have the stats pulled up. The Dallas Cowboys never have a backup plan. When Tyron Smith gets hurt, it's gonna either be Austin Richards, who was a fifth round rookie, or gonna be Chuma Edoga, who was a first round bust playing out there if he gets injured. Terrence Steele, and there is no real backup plan for Terrence Steele if he can't play better. You just gotta play him through it. Right. Who else? Like, there's really nobody in place. You know, there's really nobody in place. Deuce Vaughn has not worked out up to this point. You didn't go out and get a running back higher in the drafts or pick up anybody in free agency worth a damn. So I don't know, man. Like, the Dallas Cowboys have these ideas and these plans in place, but they never have a backup plan. They never have a backup plan in place. But let's continue on, though, man. Let's go ahead and talk about this passing defense of the New York Giants. Let's see if we can find them real quick. Cause I ain't gonna hold you, man. I ain't really look at the Giants and shit like that. Like, who cares about the Giants, man? All right, but this is the passing defenses. I'm finna order them from best passing defense to worst. So Cowboys are top 4. All right, so here the Giants. They're not as bad as I thought they would be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they're not a great passing defense. They're middle of the road, 16th. There's 32 teams, so they're literally a middle of the pack defense in terms of passing yardage. They've given up 1,901 passing yards on the season. They've given up 9 passing touchdowns. They only have 4 interceptions on the season. So, yeah, this is a passing defense that, you could pretty much have your way with, man. So, all these campaigns we talking about, we talk about spam, lamb, target Turpin, find Ferg, look for Cooks. Everything catchy we trying to say, we can do that shit this game. We can do it this game. It's gonna basically be the same thing like it was against the Philadelphia Eagles. Like Philadelphia Eagles got some pass rushers. They got some dogs on the defensive line. They got some monsters up front. But if you can protect Dak Prescott and let him throw against the secondary, you can have success. It's the same thing. They got Thibodeau. They got some good pass rushers. But if you can block him up front, you can block him and Dexter Lawrence. You can block them dudes up front. You will have a gang of success against that secondary. You'll have a gang of success in the back end of that defense. So it's pretty much the same thing. This is going to be a let Dak Prescott throw the ball around game. Now, do I want more of a running game than what I've seen these last couple of weeks? Do I want more of a running game? Yeah. Like, instead of giving Tony Pollard 12 carries, give him 15, 17, 18. Let's try and get about 30 rushing attempts in this game. Let's try and get the running game on point this game. Because listen, I don't even know for sure this quarterback that they're talking about playing. Matter of fact, let me Google this shit. Let me Google this shit real quick. New York Giants quarterbacks. Who is this going to be playing? Yeah, because all right, as y'all all know, of course, DeVito. I'm trying to find his first name. Like, y'all know damn well I don't know no quarterback named DeVito. This man's name is Tommy DeVito. Okay, hey. So they said it's either between Tommy DeVito or Matt Barkley. Let me find this dude. So Tommy DeVito, 6'2", 210 pounds, 1 passing touchdown, 2 interceptions. Yeah, he had to play this year. Said, did he go to Rutgers? He went to Illinois. He might have went to both. You know, people in the transfer portal jump around all the damn time. So he might have went to both, man. Ain't no telling with him. Matter of fact, let me pull this man up. For shits and giggles, because, you know. So Tommy DeVito played at Syracuse from 2017 to 2021, and then he played at Illinois his final year in 2022. All right, let me screen share this with y'all. I mean, Saquon Barkley should get 40 rushing attempts. He should get 40 rushing attempts. I swear to God, they better not let this man look amazing. Like, real talk, like Saquon Barkley should have like 40 passing attempts. I mean, rushing attempts. But that's the only way they're gonna even be in the game. I mean, it just depends on how they feel, man. But this is his career numbers coming out of Illinois. He can coming out of college, I should say. He was 15-16 as a career starter. He only had one winning season, which was his final year. Never threw for more than 2,700 yards in a season. His best year statistically was 69.6 completion percentage, 2,650 yards, 15 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 6 rushing touchdowns. And he does not look like a super mobile quarterback. He only ran for 35 yards that particular year on 73 attempts. His best season running the football in terms of yardage was 112 attempts and 122 yards. So he does not look like a mobile threat. I know for a fact that Matt Barkley is not a mobile threat. 4.6, decent 40 time for a quarterback anyway. They killed his potential. I know. But I also never thought that Matt Barkley was that good anyway. The man basically played on an NFL team in college. Look at all the talent that man had around him. I said sometimes we do, Craig. It is true. There have been times we have played down to the competition. But a quarterback. Because listen, one thing we do have to also remember is we have a defense that's not coming off of their best game. They've already had a bad game. Your defense does not usually have back-to-back bad games, especially against a team with a backup quarterback and a super bad offensive line. That offensive line is atrocious. They got a no real quarterback. So yeah, the game should be over at halftime. Like, this game should be so out of hand. This game should be so out of hand. I would dress Trey Lance just so him and Cooper Rush can play. Because we need to be winning this game 40-0 by halftime so that we can play Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. And you know Trey Lance normally can't play if he's deemed the emergency quarterback. Like, this game should be so far out of hand that you should dress Trey Lance so that they both can play. Yeah, say we don't have backups in at halftime. It's bad. Now, this would be a different conversation if Tyrod Taylor was playing. If they had Tyrod Taylor, I would take this matchup much more seriously. No, he's shown to be a more competent quarterback than Daniel Jones. But, you know, he also has been hit by the injury bug. That's one of the things that's held Tyrod Taylor back, is he never stays healthy. But, yeah, man, so we should be beating the shit out of these boys, man. Hey, Jay Recruiter, I'm not coming down. Because guess what? I talk crazy before every game. We're 5-3. We're 5-3 when Hennythemoor talk crazy before the games. Because I talk crazy about every team we play. I talk crazy about the Chargers. I talk crazy about everybody. So in all 8 games, I talk crazy. I give them their adequate respect. But at every time it comes down to it, I always say, what? We're going to win by double digits. We're going to win by at least 10. Even in this Philadelphia game, I said we'll win by at least 10 points. Was I wrong? Yes. Should we have won by 10 points? Yes. We should have won by 10 points. Never again will we force 3 fumbles and get none of them. Never again, you know, will Micah Parsons get held the entire game and not get a single holding call called in his favor. Never again, you know, what this bullshit happen. Listen, the defense need another good showing. Cause listen, man, they just gave up 28 points. They just gave up 28 points. This is a defense that wants to be generational. This is a defense that wants to be talked about as elite. You don't give up 28 points to nobody. So I think they want to go out there and I think they want to go out there and play a better game. I think Micah Parsons is going to go out there and try to have a 3-4 sack game to make up for lost time. Because this offensive line is horrible. Because real talk, man, this offensive line is horrible. Yeah, defense has not been living up to the hype recently. They've given up points on the first drive in the last 6 games. So, they're not playing the best. Yeah, facts. Hey, facts, Zaytoven. Said Raiders only gave them 6. Yeah, so listen, it's hard for me to see us losing this game. Darren Waller's on IR. Daniel Jones is gone. Tyrod Taylor's not there playing. It's hard, man. It's hard for me to see a scenario where they're even in the game. It'll have to take Saquon Barkley having a generational performance. It'll have to take some fumbles by the Dallas Cowboys offense, some tipped interceptions. It's gonna take a bunch for them to even be in the game. Like we can go out there and have 3 turnovers and still win this game by 17 points. It's gonna be hard for them to be in this game. Just give them what they got to work with. Like the Dallas Cowboys don't even have to play a good game to blow this team out. If the Dallas Cowboys roll out of bed, they might blow this team out. Because I don't know how they block Micah. I don't know how they generate offense with the pass catchers that they got. I don't know how they protect their quarterback. I don't know how they slow down CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, because they hot as hell right now. Yeah, bro, a 16-point spread is disrespectful. And I really do think we'll probably cover, but still. And we're at home where we have not lost in over a year. Last time the Dallas Cowboys have lost at home was week 1 of last year. So unless somebody gets knocked out the game, unless Dak Prescott got to leave the game in concussion protocol, unless the Dallas Cowboys get kidnapped before the game starts, I don't really know how the New York Giants win. I don't. And I'm not trying to be facetious. Spread was only 10. Well, you did a good job then, man, because, hey, you going to get some guaranteed ass money. Because, hey, but you know what? They didn't know that Daniel Jones would be out for the season. They expected Daniel Jones to be back for this game. That's probably why the spread was only 10. Put Trey Lance in the game for the Giants at the 4th. Yeah, like at this point, like I'm so sure of this game. Yeah, I'm so sure about this game, man, getting out of hand that you might as well go ahead and dress all 3 of your quarterbacks. And listen, at this point, there's no quarterback controversy. Like at this point, like Dak Prescott is playing great football. Like Dak Prescott is playing great football right now. So if Trey Lance comes in and plays, there will be no quarterback controversy at this point. Because I'm sure Dak's going to have a 3-4 touchdown game, given who he's playing against. Bad intentions. We're talking about the New York Giants right now, kinfolk. We're going to have to stay on task, my guy. We're going to have to stay on task. We'll worry about that when we worry about that. Holla at me in December. We're going to talk about playing the Philadelphia Eagles again. But anyway, back on task, man. Again, we got to take this shit one week at a time. Because remember, the only way to make the game against the Eagles worth anything is if we win all of our games up to that point. So that's why I am gritting and doing shows on a team that's trying to tank, right? Because we got to take every team seriously. We got to win every game. We got to prepare and analyze every matchup and see how we're going to win every game. Because we have to go undefeated. We got to beat the New York Giants. We got to beat the Carolina Panthers. We got to beat the Washington Commanders. We got to beat the Seattle Seahawks in order to make the matchup against the Eagles worth anything. No bad intentions, because what you fail to realize is your record at the end of the year matters. So if you don't beat these other teams, the game against the Philadelphia Eagles won't matter because you won't be playing for the damn division. At the end of the day, you got to beat these other teams in order to win. You just can't teleport to the games you want to play. I'm sorry. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Because remember, one of the reasons why you're in this predicament and you need to win all these games is because you didn't handle business against the damn Cardinals. So you got to play and win all the games in order to make this next matchup against the Eagles matter. Because if you win your games and they drop one of their next ones, then you got to go, and that's the only thing that makes it for the division. Bad intentions, you got to suck a dick and go somewhere, man. I'm finna go ahead and get you off of here. Because we out here trying to talk about the Cowboys, and I don't know what you're talking about. So bye. We'll never see you again. You have a good day. You have a very good day. Because I ain't finna argue with you. We up here talking about realistically winning games to try and win a division. And bad intentions want to come on here and ride the Dallas Cowboys dick. Trying to ride the Dallas Cowboys dick into the sunset. You should be ashamed of yourself, bad intentions. Talk about get your jollies off. Stupid motherfucker. You got to play who's on your team, who's on your schedule. You got to play who's on your schedule. And that's all I'm saying. You got to play who's on your schedule in order to make these matchups worth a while. If you was a dumbass, just say that. See, this is why people mamas need to swallow. If your mama had just swallowed, you would not be in my chat box talking crazy. If your daddy had pulled out and just beat his meat or something, you would not be here to worry the hell out of me. Yeah, matter of fact, I need y'all to go ahead and ban this nigga for life. Cause I don't really argue with folks like that, man. Cause all you had to do was stay your ass over there where you was at. All you had to do was stay your goofy ass over where you was at, and I would not have to take time out of my day to cuss you out of my chat box. Thank y'all. Cause see, I thought he was a Cowboys fan that was still his feelings about the loss. I never, thought that he was an actual troll that would roll his goofy ass over here like we don't shoot shit. I got shooters in here, man. So listen, my attitude too bad to deal with trolls. Especially folks be on here, nameless accounts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like nameless, faceless accounts. Dudes probably ain't got no money, probably ain't got no bitches, probably ain't got nothing going on in their life, but they want to be on YouTube talking to me. Talking to me and not, in another podcast where they can listen and hear about their team. It'd be weird. It'd be weird. And, especially on a day like this, where we don't really have an opponent, where there's a lot to break down and not really this dire matchup. I got time. I got time to be petty. But let's continue on, though, good people. Make sure on the way into the liquor store, man, that you hit the like button. Matter of fact, let me see y'all doing your boy Henny dirty, man, because Henny be needing likes, man. Henny needs likes and everything else. I need likes and shares and cash apps and super chats to keep the lights on, man. So y'all are doing me right now. There's 71 likes right now on the video. I have no idea how many people done shared. Hey, salute to Truth Only for the 20 piece, man. He said, forget the trolls, fam. Thanks for the content, bro. Thank you. And let me go ahead and put that up on the screen because I need to. Hold on, where it go? Yeah, I need to put this up there. Thank you for the love and the support. And hey, remember, we are doing another raffle. I'll be sending one of my supporters to the Dallas Cowboys versus Detroit Lions game. So everybody that sends $5 will get a raffle entry, man. So Truth Only, you just got yourself 4 raffle entries, man. Salute to you and thank you for the love, my boy. If y'all want to be like my boy Truth Only, you want to be like El Professor, you want to be like everybody else that sent and got raffle entries, all you got to do is hit the cash up with a super chat, man. And looking at it right now, I know it's projecting, but if we handle our business, man, there's going to be a real big game for playoff seeding. There's going to be a real big game for playoff seeding. So his blow up, my boy said the blow up dog got a hole in it, man. That's why that man mad. God, dog. No, that man pressed. Man, hey, that man spent good money on that blow up dog. And he got a custom one built. He got a custom one built that look just like his sister. That man got a blow up dog that look just like his own sister, man. Cause he a little nasty motherfucker like that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Give me strength. Would you mind? Hey, he said he gonna duct tape that mug together, man. Hey, Double R, he got a blow up dog that look like his sister, and his sister bought it for him. Oh, no problem, Cassie. We played the Washington Commanders on Thanksgiving. So the Commanders come to AT&T Stadium and we played them on the Thanksgiving Day game. So, hey, that is a very good question. I'm glad that you asked it. So, yes, we already, so that's one of our next 3 games, matter of fact. It don't really feel like it, but we are in November already. So our November games go New York Giants, Carolina Panthers, Washington Commanders on Thanksgiving, and then I think on the very last November game is Seattle. I think Seattle is in November as well. Should be like November the 30th. Let me see. Seattle Seahawks. So I think that's November the 30th. Yeah. So those are our 4 games in November. I mean, hey, Trey, we have no choice. Because listen, if we don't go 4-0 in November, we're probably a wild card team. I hate to say it. We're a wild card team. Because even if the Eagles drop a couple of games, man, the Eagles have to finish the year like 3-5 in order for us to win the division. And that's with us playing real good. That's with us winning a bunch of games. So let's continue on, though. We already done crucified the troll, but he's not Jesus. He's not getting back up. So we'll move on from the troll. Yeah, out of the next couple of games, the Eagles need to lose too. But we're operating under the pretext that we don't lose any other games. We still go to Buffalo. It'll probably be snowy as hell. We still go to Miami. We still got some big matchups even after we play the Philadelphia Eagles. See, after the Eagles play us, they get a cupcake schedule. After they play us, they play the Giants twice. After they play us, they play the Cardinals. You know what I mean? Like, they're finna go into their rough patch, and they got a snack cake ass schedule to end the season. We still got 2 divisional games against the Commanders, who played them real tough. We still got the Bills. We still got Miami. We still got Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Once they get past their little tough stretch, they're gonna have some cupcakes to finish the season. So theoretically, man, we need them to lose all these games. We need them to lose Kansas City. We need them to lose against Buffalo. We need them to lose against the 49ers, and we need them to lose against us. Like we need them to collapse. We need the Philadelphia Eagles to collapse. Honestly, because they're out to a huge start. Yeah, we still got 2 cold weather games. Well, who did they lose? What happened? Oh, hey, well, I'm sorry to hear that about your grandfather, Cassie. My condolences for his passing. You and your family are in our prayers, man. We hate to hear that. Y'all make sure y'all show some love to Cassie in the chat box, who just recently lost her grandfather. So y'all say a prayer for her. So the Eagles are going 2-2. I need the Eagles to collapse. I need them to lose every game humanly possible. I need them to lose games they have no business losing. I need them to lose games that they're supposed to win. I need them to lose everything. And of course, I need us to beat them when they come to Dallas. Eagles next for Kansas City, Buffalo Bills, 49ers, Seattle Seahawks, Dallas Cowboys. I think those are like the next. Matter of fact, let me see. All right, so they're on a bye this week. Then they come back and play Kansas City right off their bye. They got the Bills, the 49ers, us, then the Seahawks. The only game they have any semblance of losing after those games, but remember, they play the Giants twice after that stretch. The only other game that they might have issues with is the Cardinals because Kyler Murray is going to be back this week. So Kyler Murray should be there to play the Philadelphia Eagles. And listen, it might be the 49ers to be the one to self-destruct. It might be the 49ers be the one to self-destruct. But the 49ers ain't played good football in a long time, man. Like, they're off. Listen, I know we don't talk about it, but they're on a 3-game losing streak. Like, they have not won a game in over a month. The 49ers have not won a game in over a month, dog. Because they lost their last 3 games and they've been on a bye. That Seattle does nothing for me. It's all about a game of matchups. Are you talking about beating them? Now listen. We need to win these games anyway. Because first and foremost, they're playoff teams in the NFC. I most definitely think the Jaguars can beat them. Like, are they going to Jacksonville? Are they going to Jacksonville, or are they going to, or the 49ers going to be at home? If they go to Jacksonville, I got Jacksonville winning. If they go to the jungle, they're going to win that. Like, the Jaguars going to win that game. I just don't think they're that good. That's fine. But it's still going to be important. Because there's a world where Seattle wins their division and they're a top 4 seed. Detroit is going to be a top 4 seed because they're going to win their division. So I understand them not being that great of a team doesn't do much for you, but we're talking about going into the playoffs and beating playoff teams and having that confidence under our belt. That's why I think it's important for the team. Because 1, we need the games to keep track with Philly. 2, they're playoff teams in the NFC right now that we'll probably have to play again. Like, if we're a wild card team, if we don't beat the Philadelphia Eagles, like, we might have to play Detroit. We might have to play Seattle if they win their division. We might have to play some of these boys. So, that's why it's important to me. 1, I'm still trying to win the division, so I need these wins anyway. And 2, they're gonna be in the NFC playoff picture. Yeah, Seattle plays Washington this week. They better win. They better win. Yeah, I mean, I think we would prefer the one game bye too. Because listen, we need Tyron Smith to be as healthy as humanly possible. We need Terrence Steele to get a week to rest. That might help his level of play. We need a bunch of things. Hey, shout out to my boy Neil, the serial slapper too, man. I just seen my boy slide in. He said, "What up, Henny?" Slapped the shit out of 43 Eagles fans and 27 Giants fans before checking in. So, hey, my boy done put up a 70 piece. And the Dallas Cowboys might score 70 points when we play the Giants. When we play the Giants, we might score 70 points. Said they messed up taking away 2 byes in the playoffs. It be like that too, man. Said we went to 49ers Super Bowl. Hey, 70 piece for the serial slapper. Hey, listen, we 40 piece them with their starters. They're going to have a bunch of guys that ain't that good out here. Said, hey, Cassie said the Giants will be our get-right game for the rest of the season. I mean, I can see that. And listen, we're already playing good football. We're already playing real good football. He said, get right game. Hey. Listen. Listen, don't shake your head. Y'all play the Giants twice still. Y'all gonna beat the Giants by 50 points. Don't say shit about us. y'all gonna run the score up on the Giants. Let us run let them run them up in peace. I said I wasn't mad. I'm never happy to lose. I'm never happy to lose a game. You know what I'm saying? But if we handle our business, we can still win a division by winning at home. You know, the Eagles are a good enough team where there's no. Listen, there was a point where the Eagles, like, I expect to sweep them. Like, y'all are actually a good enough team at this point to where there's nothing wrong in splitting with y'all. Y'all win at home, we win at home. So, you know, I'll be more upset if we play y'all at home and don't win. You know what I mean? If we play y'all at home and we don't win, I'll be highly pissed and upset with that. They say, hey, that's the thing. Y'all expect to sweep us. We used to expect to sweep y'all. Now, like shit, y'all beat us. I expect to split with y'all. I expect us to hold home serve. Oh shit, nah, hell nah. There's no chance that we beat y'all. Y'all fumble, man. Listen to yourself. Y'all fumbled 3 times and got it back. Like, nah, hell no. Like, y'all got some breaks now. Y'all got some breaks. They said that was the worst Eagles y'all was gonna get. Nah. Listen, y'all said your secondary is not gonna get better overnight. Like, I know y'all gonna get Bradley Roby back, but your safeties are still liabilities in the passing game. Your boy Bradbury was getting towed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got questions. Your linebacker still can't cover nobody. And listen, we're a better team at home. If you go and look at our splits, we're a much better team at home. You did not even get the best version of the Dallas Cowboys. Blankenship getting his ass towed loose. I ain't even talking about kinfolk that came there. Go look at Blankenship numbers and coverage. That man will get his ass towed loose too. So nah, kinfolk. I have complete confidence in beating y'all in Dallas. I have complete confidence in beating y'all in Dallas. said we need to have a national scoring tournament. It said Eagles been saying that shit for 10 weeks now. Yeah, Black and shit was getting put in the blender. Jake Ferguson was getting off on your linebackers too. So like I don't know where y'all just gonna actually get another linebacker from either. Oh, I ain't talking about Kinfolk. I know about Byard being there. I know about Byard being there. We lit his ass up too. Now he did get 2 picks off Dak in the Tennessee game. But go back and look at the Dallas Cowboys, man. Go back and look at how our offense and our defense plays at home. Look at the numbers compared to on the road. Matter of fact, y'all know about it. Because y'all ain't won in Dallas in I don't know how long. When was the last time the Philadelphia Eagles even won in Dallas? Moves. I know the answer to the question, but do you know when the last time y'all won in Dallas? Answer the question for me, Moves. When was the last time that y'all won in Dallas? I asked you a question. When is the last time that y'all won in Dallas? Yes, Random, you are right. 2017. They've lost every game in Dallas since 2017. No, because the game they won in 2020 was in Philadelphia. Because they lost to I damn near said Kirk Cousins. They lost to that boy Andy Dalton. Yeah, they lost to Andy Dalton in 2020 when they came to Dallas. So they ain't won a game in Dallas since 2017. Oh shit, that means that y'all ain't won in that long. That means last year you ain't winning Dallas. This year you ain't gonna win in Dallas. The year before that you ain't winning Dallas. Like we're talking about y'all not beating us in Dallas, and that's gonna hold true this year too, kinfolk. And that's gonna hold true this year too. Moves. What do y'all winning the Super Bowl got to do with y'all winning in Dallas? That's all I said. The last time y'all won in Dallas was in 2017. You ain't won in Dallas since then. That's why I'm confident. We play better in Dallas, just like y'all play better in Philly. Don't sit up here and act like y'all are gonna be a better team on the road than y'all was in Philly. Let's not even sit here and play these games. Y'all is not gonna come out there and have a better game in Dallas than you did in your own home stadium. Let's just keep it real. He said Ferguson was already throwing Byard like a rag dog. He said that was funny, Ferguson tossing Byard. Kinfolk, y'all won the game in 2017. Talk about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts came to Dallas and lost by 20. So what are you talking about? When Jalen Hurts played in Dallas, he lost by 20. So again, y'all have not won in Dallas since 2017. I still stand on what I said. And we ain't got to talk about nothing because we're going to line it up and play. So it don't matter. It do not matter. We're going to line it up and play, and I'm going to show you what we're talking about. All right, and I don't care that you don't care. So we're even then, ain't we? You're not going to win. Moves. What part do you not understand that you ain't won since? That means you ain't won in 2018. You ain't win in 2019. You ain't won in 2020. You ain't win in 2021. You ain't win in 2022. And damn, you ain't going to win in 2023. That's what that means. Talk about that old shit. Like you just lost in December. December wasn't even a full year ago. You got your ass kicked in Dallas. You lost in 2021 in Dallas. I don't understand. Maybe I'm not saying it slow enough for you, my boy. I don't know. I'm sure that I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I know some folks that make Eagle content. I might share their shit, but I ain't gonna sit on nobody's stream. I don't care that much. Said distracted from the content. Speaking of which, man, I do have to play. I do have to play y'all some stuff from the post game. I do have to play y'all some content from the post game. So bear with me. We're gonna hear from QB1. Listen, offensively, man, they had a great game plan. The only thing that I wish they had did a better job of was blocking up front. That was one of the keys to victory that I had mentioned. Coming into the game. Because again, they got a very suspect ass secondary, but they got a real good defensive line. They got a real good front seven. Right? I do like they pass rushers. I like Hassan Reddick. I like Jalen Carter and Fletcher Cox and Graham. They can really put pressure on a quarterback. But like I said, blocking up front was very integral to winning. And we saw what happened with Terrence Steele giving up 4 sacks. Dallas Cowboys gave up 5 sacks in total. Bunch of pressures. So, there was more plays left out there. Like, if there was more time to throw the football downfield, there was more opportunities. There were more opportunities to score against that secondary. But let's go ahead and talk about what Dak and them had to say. Dak Prescott post-game interview. So we're here from Foe. It's only about a 14-minute video, and then we'll talk about it. So remember, the game's over. My entire thing is to make the game against Philly worth something when we play them in December. When we play them, we need to have not lost another game. Oh no, don't assassinate Move now. Like Moves, like hold on now. Don't do Move like that now. Like me and Move argue like this all the time. Like Move I still fool with Move. Just don't, you ain't gotta assassinate him. We gonna talk shit regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as they don't say nothing disrespectful, you can let them sit here. The dude with the blow up doll, we had to get him out. We had to get him out the way. But y'all ain't had to do Move like that. All right, but let's go ahead, man. We're going to hear from one Rain Dakota Prescott and discuss. He said I was getting distracted. I be arguing shit. Then y'all. Yeah, y'all don't assassinate kinfolk, man. Let them make it. Cause we finna watch this. We finna watch this anyway. We finna watch this post-game interview from Prescott. So don't assassinate cuz, just let. Hey, I rock with you too, kinfolk. Don't trip. I know you got assassinated. It's all good, man. All right, here we go. Rain Dakota Prescott.
Clarence Hill for Wisconsin Telegram. Game of interest, you just talk about, you guys were so close a couple of times with the Schoonmaker and you balance 2-point conversion at the end. CeeDee just coming yards short.
Yeah, you said it's a game of interest. It's why you got to love this game. It's tough. It's tough to win. We fought our asses off. Obviously, they did. Great NFC's matchup. They came out with it tonight. But as you just said, an inch or two on one of those 3 plays, and we could be talking about a different outcome. So, but they got this one. Sucks. We're gonna take it. We're gonna move forward and use the fight, use a lot of the success. A lot of good things came out of this game despite the loss. On the road, division game, great opponent they are, success that they've had in their environment. As I said,
what's up, Dunny Holmes? Thank you for tapping in and showing love, my boy.
A lot of good we can take from this and use as we keep going.
Dak talks with ESPN, CeeDee Lamb and what he's been able to do these last few weeks. You've told us before it's about the work you guys have all put in. But is there anything above and beyond that where you guys just feel like you're locked in with each other?
I mean, it goes back to the work. It goes back to the chemistry, the trust. A lot of guys put in work in the offseason. There's many days where it was just me and CeeDee, to be honest with you. So, I mean, and when that happens, there becomes, communication, a chance to talk, a chance to just get on the same page. And as I said last week and before, I mean, you got to credit Mike, Shoddy, those guys for the designs and putting him in favorable matchups. And then obviously it's just CeeDee Lamb being CeeDee Lamb, being a big-time player, some run after catch, making big-time catches, and wanting the ball, wanting to be in those positions, wanting to be in those situations, as we talked about probably a month ago, right, from the frustration. And that's where that came from, is he knows what he can bring to this team. He knows what he can do with the ball in his hand, and it's just been consecutive weeks now that he's continued to show that, and don't expect anything to change.
You get down to the 6 on that last drive after starting at the 15. What's going through your mind? Because you get down there pretty quickly.
So we're going to win. I mean, at no point in my mind throughout that game did I think anything different. Obviously, it sucked in the first possession, or that second to last possession, not converting that fourth down, but having tons of trust in our defense. They go out there and they do what they need to do, get us the ball back, and with under a minute left, still got trust that we're going to go out there and we're going to trust and faith just in our guys and what the work that we've put in, that we're going to get it done. And yeah, we got close. We got close. We're doing things the right way. We just got an inch here, an inch there, make that difference, and we'll find a way to gain that.
Dak Prescott, The Athletic. You talked about trust. You went to Luke Schoonmaker and Jalen Tolbert in some big moments. How have you developed that trust in a lot of these supplementary weapons outside of CeeDee and those guys?
Yeah, I mean, they're doing things the right way. They come in each and every day with the right approach. Young guys who are hungry to learn, young guys who are hungry to make plays. They want more responsibility, and when you see them make catches and make plays like that's what it comes from, is them practicing the right way, them being in the right spot, doing things at practice, making those catches at practice when we compete and go against our defense. And then when you get out here, you just have trust. I mean, I've talked about it before. That's me just going through my reads, trusting the guys that coaches put in those spots, and these young guys have been stepping up and making plays.
When you guys got down to the goal line, it looked like you signaled that 71 was eligible. Can you take us through the conversation?
I mean, yeah, obviously, everybody saw I did. I don't know why he didn't give me a yes or a no. He looked like, I don't know. I mean, I assumed after I did it enough times that I was wasting his time, and then so, I really don't understand that. And he said that he's got to do it himself, and Chuma said he did it, and so I just went to make sure, but I thought I didn't hear it over the intercom. Obviously, I've got stuff going in my head, so that's why I checked with him, and I thought anybody could report, especially the quarterback could report for him, but you learn something every day.
Yeah. Tim Cowshaw, Dallas Morning News. Going back to the 6-yard line again, you got there so fast and so cleanly at the end. Did those 2 sacks just kind of come from out of nowhere, because they weren't stopping you at all?
Yeah, one of them. I mean, obviously both. I've got to be better, get the ball out of my hands in a situation like that. A little detail on one of the routes there that could have been cleaner. That didn't happen, but as you said, for us to get down there and then just kind of stall out, we've got to be better. We put ourselves. We practice these situations a lot, and obviously you don't practice, getting there and then backing up, and then so. But still, we had a chance at it that last play. A play we felt very, very comfortable with. I think that last moving back 5 yards obviously hurt that play. That play's supposed to be, right there in the end zone, about a yard. And I think just that last pushing us back toward the 30, a little bit outside of the 25, makes that play a little bit tougher when guys are standing right there at the goal line. But it was tough. I mean, it was a great game, obviously, on both ends, and tough to be on the losing end of it. And as you said, especially when we had so much success and got down in that red zone and then didn't complete it.
And leaving here 2.5 back, when you got so close when you could have been tied next week, what's the feeling of that?
Run our own race. Run our race. Obviously, we've got a goal in winning this division, being the best team in the NFC East and in the NFC. And then obviously we know that pushes to playoff position and all that. But at the end of the day, we've got to run our own race. We got New York next week, right? Yeah. So I mean, it's focus on New York. Simple as that. And when we start checking tickers and worry about who these guys got, what they've got going on, we're getting out of our lane and probably not taking care of things we need to be focused on. So I know for me personally, and that's just me going to be leading the guys, and I know Mike's got the same message of run our race. And when we get to the end of this, we'll see where we are, we'll see our positioning, and feel good about where we are just because we're trying to build each and every week, and that's as important as anything 9 weeks into this thing.
Joe Triggin, WFAA TV. The outside notion was that this was a litmus test for you guys coming in. How would you grade yourself on that test?
I usually, like to think highly of myself, but I don't know what kind of test that is. Litmus?
It's a chemistry term. This was a measuring stick game.
Okay, there we go.
So
There
how
we
would you
go.
grade yourself on the test?
I am from Louisiana.
We're gonna judge Mississippi.
My bad.
And Mississippi, so you're right. Different words, That's all you had to say was a measure. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if that's the case, we didn't pass, and that's what it sucks. You want to come into this game, everybody in that locker room believed, and we still do. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we're inches away. As we talked about on 3 different plays, from this being a different game or being a different outcome near the end of the game of the way that it was being played. But we're getting better. I can promise you that, and we're going to continue to get better. There's not. Yeah, we're getting better, and we're okay. We're damn sure okay.
How do you work through the frustration of it being so close and just being inches?
You got to believe, man. You got to believe, and this is the National Football League, and you just played a team that played in the Super Bowl last year. You got to understand who they are. Give them all the credit in the world on both sides of the ball, their coaching staff, their players, this atmosphere. You got to give all that credit. And then there's no moral victories in this, I can promise you that. Not by any means, but being inches away, we know we're doing the right thing. We just got to continue to work at it, and get better, and find a way in the way that we're working to improve. Simple as that. I mean, you're getting better, you're getting worse. Nobody's staying the same, so we're going to keep working to get better, period.
How well are you playing right now? Last week you talked about you were in a little bit, certainly you didn't win, but you certainly had a great game today, and you continue to make plays with your legs and yards.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. I feel great. Freedom within this offense, being on the same page as Mike. Something we talked about, play caller purpose. Yeah, guys are fighting their ass off. I understand I want to extend plays. Yeah, I feel good. But at the end of the day, I judge myself on wins. And as I've told y'all before, I'm myself's biggest critic. So I can promise you, I can tell you about 2 or 3 plays off the top of my head I'll lose sleep over. But that's why I'll continue to work, and I will get better because of them.
Dak Prescott for Cowboys.com. Keeping to the offense, obviously, game of inches, you're going to need a break or 2, but most, if not all, the breaks went the other way. But this is still a game where you guys offensively had almost 400 yards of production, build on top of what happened against the LA Rams. How confident do you feel as far as the Texas Coast offense and its ability to be explosive?
Yeah, very confident, honestly. I mean, as I said, it's the work that we put into this thing. You talk about maybe why I'm playing well, or as I say, freedom, just growing into this thing. First couple of weeks, talked about, so much footwork, and then now really listening to my feet, being balled in, allowing just the offense to play within itself, guys getting open, guys wanting the ball, guys being hungry, really getting it to guys in space. Things are working as we have planned, being on the same page with Mike, with CeeDee. A lot of communication throughout the game that's going well for us. But at the end of the day, it's about getting wins. And we didn't do that today, so we'll get back to it. We'll continue to work at the things we're having success at, figure out some ways that are the things that we didn't do so well on offense and get better. And honestly, the defense played their ass off. That's a hell of an offense on the other side, and they gave us an opportunity a couple times to win this game. So there's room to improve, obviously.
Dak, the 2 replays where you guys lost points, the catch at the goal line and your 2-point conversion, did you watch 3 plays on the board as it was playing out? Did you know they were going to go against you? What are the emotions of that like in the moment of those 2?
Damn. Game of inches, honestly. I mean, game of inches. The first one, right, to Schoon, I guess, was the first one. Great catch by him. That's first that would hit my mind. Great catch, way to compete, way to go get that ball. Yeah, it was crazy. The guy's his knee was down a little early. Tough. It's a game of inches, honestly. And then on mine, really just mad at myself for not just tagging the pile line earlier with 2 hands, diving. Thought I kind of had it, and yeah, foot. Yeah.
You surprised yourself with the speed?
No, more disappointed I didn't trust my speed and just get vertical, honestly. Knowing who was chasing me, I mean, obviously Brandon's a hell of a player, has speed, has been a great player on the edge his whole career. But at that point, I had it. I just, I was just going for the pylon and played it too close. And obviously, we get that. Those last 2 possessions are completely different. So it sucks.
Were you surprised to get flipped on that other run over on the left side?
Flipped?
Flipped in the air?
No, I mean, I knew it was going to be. That, to be honest.
Hold on,
with you.
Moose.
Saw
I ain't
Darius
know.
out there.
I ain't know you was this person. I just googled.
And
your
maybe
ass.
if it was just me and Darius, try to go
You
to
went
run him
to
over, but
college
obviously I
at
felt
Rutgers.
somebody else
Okay,
coming
Kinfolk.
and felt like I could, get over the top of anything. And in those situations, I'm going to protect my legs as much as taking shots to the knees or anything. So, it's close. In a sense, it's like, do I reach the ball out? But we always go over things like that, and knowing that there's more bodies around, probably made the right decision in that case. But yeah, I did.
Last one, Dak, your teammates talked about the calm and confidence that you had in the huddle in the last 2 drives. Just, is that something you've developed over your career in those critical situations? And how do you kind of express that to your teammates?
I feel like I've had it in a sense. I mean, just to be honest with you, comes from the preparation at the end of the day. Simple as that. The work that you put in, the work that we've put in the off season, the work that I put in throughout the week. You obviously don't want to plan to be in those situations because that's that. But you have to go through the preparation in case, and I've done that. You know what I mean? And understanding now that, I guess, now in the latter part of my career, it's younger guys that I'm in there with. So I know how important that is as well. And when I was younger, it was important because I knew I had older vets that I couldn't show panic to. So something that I've always tried to take pride in. And at the end of the day, it just results back to my preparation and the work that I put into this, believing in myself, believing in my teammates, believing in the work that we've deposited to be able to come out and have success in those moments. And we were close tonight, as I said, on that last play, knew the play that was coming in, and felt good about it all the way, even through the catch. And they did a great job of defending the goal line, and it's National Football League. Thank you.
All right, y'all. All right. So that was your quarterback, number 4, Dak Prescott, talking in regards to that last game. So we did not get the win, but Dak Prescott played a hell of a game. No more victories, but your quarterback threw for damn near 400 yards. He threw 3 touchdowns. This is right off the back of a game where he had 4 touchdowns and a pick. Right after another game where he had a 2 touchdown outing. So since he came back since these last 3 games, Dak Prescott, let me do the math right. This man got 9 total touchdowns and 1 pick. This man got 9 total touchdowns and 1 pick. So, he's been playing out of his damn mind. And I really don't see him slowing down when you look at the upcoming games. The Giants defense is not very good. The Panthers defense, let me see what they're looking like. Oh, shit. The Panthers got a good yardage. So the Panthers, in terms of passing yardage, are actually a better passing defense than the Cowboys. Okay. They just don't get picks. They just don't get interceptions. Okay, that's not bad. But you're really not going to play some teams that are, that are this next level monstrosities that are going to be hard to match up against. So not only is Dak Prescott playing good football right now, I don't see the matchup that's going to cause him to start playing bad. Right. I don't see the matchups where Dak Prescott is not going to go out there and be able to compete and play good football. I just don't see it. Like, Dak Prescott is going to put up some good numbers probably for the rest of the year. And this is what we want. We want Dak Prescott to be playing his best. That is probably true too. But we want Dak Prescott to be playing his best football going down the final stretch of games. We want Dak Prescott, to be heating up at the right time. And like Seattle, maybe in the next 4 games. But I really don't see the Giants stopping Dak Prescott. I don't see the Panthers stopping Dak Prescott, and I damn sure don't see the Commanders stopping Dak Prescott. So these next 3 games, like Dak Prescott is probably going to kill some secondaries. He's going to tear up some secondary these next 3 games at least. And I still like our chances against the Seahawks. I still like our chances against the Seahawks because they're good, but they're young. Like they got a very young secondary. You know, Witherspoon, he's great. He's still a rookie. I take CeeDee Lamb over a rookie any damn day. Right, so there's still matchups even when we play some of these better teams that we can take advantage of. But yo, it's been damn near 2 hours. We done sat on here. We talked a little bit about the Giants. I really just want to take this time, man, to talk about us and what we need to do. It's really all about the Cowboys, man. It's about us being better. It's about what the hell we're gonna do about Terrence Steele. It's about what the hell we're gonna do about getting that run game going. It's about what the hell we're gonna do about stopping the run and getting off the field more often and not giving up points to start the game. It's about us, man. It's not about who we go up against. It's about us, man. It's about us. So I'm still going to bring y'all numbers because that's my thing. I'm still going to talk about these teams. But at the end of the day, these next 3 weeks, if the Dallas Cowboys play their best brand of football, we will win. If we come out here and bullshit, you know, anything can happen. But we got to play our best brand of football. And listen, Steele and Kayvon, that doesn't even need to be an option. We need to. We got a double team Kayvon. It is what it is. But I'm not letting Terrence Steele get beat. I'm not letting Terrence Steele give up 12 pressures. I'm not letting Terrence Steele give up 4 sacks. I'm not letting Terrence Steele be the reason that we struggle in a game that we had no business losing in. I'm not letting that happen. I'm not letting it happen. Because listen, there are things that you can do. You can give Terrence Steele help. You can run the football. You can run sprint outs to the other side and run away from the pressure. You can utilize some more play action to slow down that pass rush. Like you can do a bunch of things. You can do a bunch of things to help your offensive line. A bunch of things. So it's going to be on us. It's on Mike McCarthy to put Terrence Steele in better situations to be a better player, to have better outcomes, better play. Put him in better situations. Run the ball more. Listen, do you know how you help somebody that can't pass block? Do you know how you help somebody that can't pass block? Don't have him pass block that much. If he can't pass block, don't make him pass block that much. But yo, I am out. Thank y'all for showing love. Thank y'all for rocking with me. You know, thank y'all for supporting, man. On the way out, hit that like button. On the way out, hit that share button. On the way out, hit a Giants fan upside the head, because they is the ops this week. And on the way out, hit that Cash App or that Super Chat, man, because we'll be raffling off tickets to the Dallas Cowboys versus Detroit Lions game, man. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. And your boy is out, man. God bless you.